Chapter 5. The God Frequency. There are sounds you hear with your ears, and then there are sounds you feel with your soul. Among the solfeggio tones, one has long been whispered about as the highest, 963 Hz, often called the God frequency. This frequency is said to open the crown chakra, the seat of divine awareness. It is the vibration of awakening, the sound that reminds you of your true nature beyond flesh and thought. Those who meditate with it often describe not hearing a tone, but becoming it, as if the boundary between sound and self dissolves. What happens when you attune? Imagine sitting in silence. You play the tone of 963 Hz, and it begins as a faint hum, steady and pure. At first, your body relaxes, your breath slows, but soon something deeper stirs. The sound seems to vibrate not just in your ears, but behind your forehead, at the crown of your head, as though invisible hands were tuning you. A warmth spreads, and suddenly the edges of your body feel less defined. For a moment, you are not separate. The air around you breathes with you. Your thoughts scatter like birds, and what remains is stillness, an ocean without shore. Some call this unity consciousness. Others call it the voice of God. Into higher consciousness. There was once a woman named Eliana who struggled with the weight of the world. She carried anxiety in her chest and questions in her mind that no answer could soothe. In her search for peace, she discovered sound meditation and was drawn to the frequency of 963 Hz. One night, she sat in a quiet room, headphones resting gently on her ears. The tone began, a single, unbroken sound. At first, her thoughts resisted, lists of chores, worries of tomorrow, but the frequency held her steady, like a river carrying a leaf. After several minutes, her body felt weightless. She described later that she floated out of herself, as though her spirit had risen to a higher vantage point. Below her, she could see her own form sitting peacefully. Around her, she felt light, not metaphorical, but radiant, shimmering light. In this state, there were no fears, no deadlines, no loneliness. There was only connection, an awareness that she was part of something infinite. Tears slid down her face, not of sadness, but of recognition. She had touched the source she had been seeking all along. When the tone faded and she returned, the world seemed the same, yet utterly different. The air felt alive. The trees outside seemed to hum, and her anxiety no longer carried the same weight. She had tasted unity, and the memory of it never left her. Expansion, unity, and divine connection. The God frequency is not about escaping life. It is about remembering. When tuned to 963 Hz, many describe an expansion of perception. Expansion, a sense of being larger than the body, as though awareness has no edges. Unity, the dissolving of I and you, the recognition that all is woven together in one great frequency. Divine connection, a direct sense of communication with Source, Spirit, or God, not as something distant, but as presence within. Science may say this frequency entrains the brain into specific states of heightened awareness. Mystics may say it awakens the crown chakra. Perhaps both are true. What matters is the experience, the feeling that for a moment you are home in the infinite. To attune to the God frequency is to remember that you are not merely flesh, not merely thought, but resonance itself, and in the eternal song of creation.